Hey, you know, if you have a marketing plan in place, and all of it will be in vain, by the way, if you don't know how to sell. And if you want to learn how to get more leads, then go watch my last video of turning idea to income. But today I want to share with you, in fact, let's go up to my whiteboard, probably be easier. I want to share with you what I've been teaching people recently, and that is that how you get the sales process, how you get there in front of them, and how you actually close a sale is a strategic, simple way. But if you're just winging it, it's not going to work. So I want to share with you my process. I call it the BOND sales process. Let me first tell you what BOND stands for, okay? BOND is an acronym I developed about 13 years ago because I met with somebody who was just literally verbally vomiting all over me. It was like, oh my gosh, he was talking about stuff I wasn't interested in. He was trying to sell me why I should use their bank for all of our business stuff, and it just didn't go well. And I realized there's a way to connect with people, and you can do this in your sales process. If you learn this one thing, it's gonna help you close more deals, connect with more people, and that is BOND. So it starts with build on a common interest, build on something connection, build that connection. They got to know, like, and trust you, right? If you go to any networking event, you'll see this happen because what most people do is they go right to number 2, and that is occupation, exploration. I always love when I write on these videos because people in the comments judge my penmanship. It's like, but you're watching my video, so just keep watching. Don't judge my penmanship, just watch the video. There's good stuff in here. Build on a common interest, occupation, exploration. Once you've made a connection, then you start asking somebody about their business. Then you say, tell me what you do, why do you do it, how long you've been doing it. But go to any networking event and people go right to this. And then they wonder why there's no connection. They don't leave with any potential opportunities or business. So you got to build the foundation, then go into the exploration. While you're doing that, you can transition to needs, discovery. This is where you ask, all of this, by the way, is where you ask great questions. But specifically here is where you ask great questions because now you're gonna understand what they need. What is the thing they desire? What help do they need? Who are they looking for? What problems do they need solved? That all leads to this, and that is develop opportunities. Develop opportunities. Side note, this develop opportunities doesn't need to mean that I can do the opportunity, I can help you with it. I might know somebody that can solve your problem. I'm still seen as valuable in your eyes because I just sent you the person, and now I'm gonna stay connected with you. And there's a reciprocity built in. Why? Because I sent you the person that could solve your problem. So this is absolutely key to understand. I didn't even write this out. Build on common interest. Daniel's behind the camera. You call me out, man. You can call me up, coach me. Build on a common interest, occupation, exploration, needs, discovery, develop opportunities. So how does this translate to our sales process? It's clear in here, okay? This is our BOND sales process. This is what I teach our team, our sales team, and people that work with us, and the people we coach, we build this for them in their system too. And it's super easy, takes all the pressure off, and it's so powerful. If you go back and you watch one of my previous videos where I took idea to income and I show you our strategic marketing playbook and that plan, you're gonna understand that the first key is to getting attention, right? It's through prospecting and marketing. You gotta get attention. You gotta get the person's attention. And once they then get on a call with you, or you're transitioning the conversation from an idea, an insight. Hey, how are you dealing with this? How are you overcoming this challenge? A lot of people in your industry are working on this thing. How are you overcoming it? And that then is the bridge that you're gonna work on to get them to the demo, the proposal, the sales call, the whatever. And this is where most people struggle. They're like, I can get people here, and if they can't, go back and watch my marketing video so you can get people here. But this is where people drop the ball. They say, you know, Chaz, I'm really good at selling. I just need more opportunities to swing the bat. But then I watch their sales presentation, or I sit and I viewed a Zoom recorded call where they did a sales presentation. And I'm like, you're actually not very good. You're terrible at sales. The reason is because you talk through the close, or you don't ask enough questions, or you don't take them to the point where they can actually say yes and they want to. So I'll tell you how you do that. You use our BOND sales script. So you understand what BOND is. You build on the common interest, occupation, exploration, needs, discovery, and develop opportunity. I actually provide you a script that goes through that. And I have that in my program, which I'll include the link if any of you are interested and you want the BOND sales course that we have. I'll include a link. Again, this is not a sales pitch, but if you want to and it's the next best thing for you to do, go ahead and click it. You can get this. We'll give you the script that we use, all of that stuff. But here's the thing. It's the no pressure close. Because most salespeople struggle because they're trying to close the deal right then and there. And I know there's gonna be salespeople and sales trainers that watch this and they're gonna challenge this, dispute it, I totally get it. But here's where, for me, it takes the pressure off because I'm a relationship-based person, is I'm just trying to build my pipeline. In a previous video, I talked about somebody who signed up for my coaching who came and filled out, I got her attention, she filled out her name, raised her hand 7 years prior. 7 years, okay? All I'm trying to do is build my pipeline. And what's a pipeline? It's really somebody who's like, they're a lead to interest, to a call, to a close, something like that, right? It's just really, what's the process, right? Attention, they're in the idea, they're in the demo stage, they're in the close stage, or they're in the follow-up stage, which we don't call it follow-up in our organization. But from here, I'm not trying to pressure them. I'm just simply asking them something like this. I love this phrase, Matt Easton uses this. I kind of altered it a bit from him. I love the way he does it, no pressure. It's just like, hey, does it just make sense to send you the agreement? Does it just make sense to get you onboarded on Monday and take care of everything now? Does it just make sense to? It's just such an easy close, right? The other one that I've used too is, have you heard enough to make a decision? Have you heard enough? Have you seen enough to just make a decision? So does it make sense to just get started? Super easy. They're gonna then say yes, no, or I have to think about it, or they're gonna give you an objection, right? From this phase right here, it's yes, no, or objection. Most of the time, I don't get no, just flat out no. I don't get that, because if they've got to this point, that's typically not part of it, right? So here's what happens. It's either yes and we move forward and we thank them and we're excited for them, we renew that benefit, or it's an objection. Here's how we do it, okay? If it's an objection, which, by the way, I love what Myron Golden teaches. If you're getting objections, those are just unanswered questions. Whoa, that's powerful. So when I go back to my demo, my proposal, there's typically only 1 of 5 objections that we ever get, and it's probably the same for you as well. So I've got to overcome those in the demo and proposal in the sales call so that I don't even get those. But when we do get them and we haven't resolved it, this is what I do. If I get the objection, I try times 2, meaning I have objection handlers. I'm gonna try up to 2 times to overcome that. If I cannot, then here's where I go last. I say this. Well, Daniel, thank you again for this call. It's super awesome. It sounds like you say you need to talk to your wife about this, or you need to think about whatever the objection is. You need to go find the resources to be able to pay for our program. Awesome. What's the next best step from here? What's the next best thing we should do from here? I don't say follow up. I'm not circling back. Why don't I check back with you Tuesday? What's the next best step from here? And they're gonna tell you. I've never done this, not one time where they haven't told me what to do next. They'll say, hey, follow up with me next week, next month, right? Follow up with me next month. Okay, awesome. Or they'll say, I need time to think about it. Awesome, how much time do you need? Well, I don't know. Take a week, a month, a year. I don't know. I'm not going anywhere. How much time do you need, right? And then I just say, what's the next best step from here? Great, so if I follow up with you in a month, now, one little hack here, one little advanced tip. Typically when they tell me this, I'm gonna circle back, and this is the second time I'm gonna try to overcome that objection. Let me play that out for you. So I'll say, Daniel, I understand that whatever the objection is. So what do you think the next best step from here is? Well, follow up with me next month. Okay, yeah, no worries, I can do that. So 1 month from today, same time, that work? Yep, that works. Hey, just curious, so that I can best prepare when I connect with you in a month, not follow up, when I connect with you in a month, what exactly was it that you needed information on to think about between now and then? Now I'm back into the objection handler. I would tell you about 30 to 40% of the time, somewhere in there, when they've told me the next best step and I can redirect it back to the objection and handle, I've been able to handle it, and we never have to go back to that next month call, okay? This is the process my team uses for our bond sales process. This is very simple, and it takes the pressure off because, and I will say to myself out loud, I've encouraged our team to do this, when you're making a phone call or you're walking into a sales presentation, to just say this: I'm just building my pipeline. I'm just building my pipeline. I'm not attached to this. I had somebody in my coaching program last week said to me, Chaz, I've got 2 prospects right now, and they're both dragging their feet. I'm going crazy. I said, that's the problem. You only have 2 prospects in your pipeline. Go build the pipeline. Go keep pumping leads into that pipeline, because if you only have 2, you're feeling the pressure. And guess what? I guarantee you're passing that on to the prospect. So build the pipeline. Don't worry about, I gotta close this deal or the next deal. If you just get more reps at doing this, you're gonna close enough deals, and the next step, and now you're just building that pipeline. And there's been stages where I walk in and my next step part of my pipeline, which is actually right here in between close, I have a next step in my pipeline, and I'll have each person with a little card and et cetera, and it'll tell me the note next to them. Sometimes I have 30 people in this next step to follow up with. It's awesome. And then guess what? They're my hit list. I reach out to them. Hey, you said to call you this week. I'm calling back. And there's some great things you can do to create urgency and scarcity in those. Some really good scripts you can use that aren't pressure, but they create urgency. And I'll share those in another video. But if you're interested in learning the sales process and implementing it in yours, I'll put the link in the notes. If this was valuable to you, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and share it with a friend who's in business who's trying to grow and scale.